Yeah guys, today I'm going to show you this Oddkont smart bird feeder with camera. The set comes even with a solar panel which is charging automatically the built-in battery. So if you have a nice sunny place, you probably never have to charge the battery again. The set comes with pretty much everything what you need, even a free 3-day rolling cloud. I think the only thing which is not included is a microSD card. You don't really need that, but of course it can be a nice option if you want to keep footage longer. Comes with a higher resolution of 2K, has even support for colorful night footage, has a built-in microphone and speaker, so you even have an alarm to chase away squirrels if you want. Of course it works with 2.4G Wi-Fi, like pretty much all the other bird feeders. And the app has an included AI bird detection, which can recognize more than 10,000 birds. And I think what's really nice here is that we have a really nice, beautiful shape. It's a rather small bird feeder, so it's also easy to install. But now enough talking. Now you want to see what we get here. So this is how we get everything nicely packaged, everything nicely protected. But of course we have to assemble it first. So here's some accessories. So here's the core device, definitely a rather small one. I think that can be a huge advantage, especially if you don't want to use heavy mounts or so. So of course we have to remove the protection here. And here the front, where the birds are sitting on. Here we have some food containers, hummingbird liquid container, another food container, mounting bracket in plastic. A lot of other bird feeders have some very heavy metal ones which also tend to rust. Here, because of the lightweight, we can use this one here, huge advantage. And then here in the separate box we have the solar panel with a very long cable, standard USB-C plug, even a separate USB-A to USB-C charging cable which you can use to give an initial charge. But if you have a sunny place, it's actually not needed. And we have this strap here which you can use to secure the bird feeder around the pole tree. You get even tools to assemble. Then this thing here for a pole, so more screws and also some fruit stands, more screws, solar panel mounts, more screws and anchors. I think there's no possibility to mount the solar panel on top of the bird feeder housing, maybe small disadvantage, so we definitely have to use the second mount here for the solar panel. And of course we get also large instructions manual and even some drilling templates. Here inside everything nicely described. You get even the QR code which you can scan with your smartphone to download the free Vico Home app, but you can find it also directly in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Yeah, it's really nice that they are using the Vico Home app. It's a very well-known app which is used for a lot of surveillance cameras, other bird feeders and so on. So you can use the app to add much more than only this bird feeder. Of course, very important to give all the authorizations to get instant notifications when a bird is here. Okay, and so let's try to connect the bird feeder. And for that we have to tilt the camera a little bit to the front. Best is to push down here. Then we can open the lid and long press on top to turn on the camera. So you see the blue light here. We also have access to the charging port, microSD card port, where you can add a microSD card, also a reset button. And so now we can click on the plus here on the right top, add new device, confirm that I heard the sound, searching for nearby devices, and it has already found it. Of course I have to blur the detailed serial number information. Then we have to choose the Wi-Fi network which we want to use for this bird feeder. Of course, very important to be also connected already now to the same 2.4G Wi-Fi network with the phone. After that you can choose any kind of internet, even mobile data from anywhere in the world. We can even use combined 2.4 and 5G networks. We have to provide the password here, of course. Click next and confirm. Now let's see. Says connecting.
Connection succeeded.
Okay, I hope you heard that. Connection succeeded. Now we can give it a name. Click on next. Confirm the location. Let's start. Signal strength strong. We confirm that we are using solar panel. Nice thing to have this auto on after charging. So if it would run out of power for any reason, it would turn on automatically again after charging. Then of course a lot of information how to install. There's even a firmware update which you can do right away here. And while it's upgrading the firmware, I can take the time to add a micro SD card here. Just push it here inside till you hear the clicking. To release it, push in again. And so after firmware update, we have the live view here. So we can keep adding stuff here. For example, such a fruit stand. Same thing here. By the way, you can remove, then fill it with some sweet liquid for the hummingbirds. Then screw it here on top. Or add this tray with food or water. Very easy to remove, clean, huge advantage. Or we can use this food holder also with the screw. The perch can be secured from underneath and the bracket will be installed like that. I mean, we secure it to a wall, fence, tree, whatsoever, and then we put the bird feeder on top and then secure it from underneath with such a screw. Or we can use this part here to use on top of a pole and then secure it also with such a screw from the side. Yeah, that's very convenient. Or again, we can use this strap here through these openings here to secure it to a tree or thick pole. Solar panel has to be connected with the mount here like that. Of course, highly recommended to secure the mount first and only after that the solar panel. And when everything is installed, we connect the solar panel plug to the bird feeder here inside. Nice waterproof protection. Of course, very important to close the lid properly again and put the camera back in a straight position or adjust it to your needs. And then we have to add the roof. We have to align this hole here with this pin and then slide it in on the other side. Something like that. Now we just have to push it down. And so we have this flap here in the back. So when it's fully closed, we have to pull here a little bit. Then we can fully open, refill it with bird food and just close it again. And so the whole installation and setup process was super easy, straightforward. Didn't even have to check the instructions manual apart from the QR code for the app. And so I have the bird feeder now outside since about 24 hours. It has been working absolutely amazing. Here we have it in the overview. We have a lot of functions. Can already see the live view if we want. We have also basic functions regarding recording, screenshot, make it larger, see messages and so on. We can also activate the sound. We can even emit an audible alarm if we see something like a squirrel approaching. Can use the magic picks. We have also more options like sleep and the light and talk to people or animals. We see also the bird overview, everything which the app has been catching and identifying. Of course, as soon as the app has identified specific birds like the blue jay, northern cardinal, dove, when same kind of birds approaching, it won't add it here because it will just add one picture here. So no matter how many bird cameras you have, it won't add new pictures after it has found all the birds already. Then we have the library overview of all events which all the cameras which you have, all the bird feeders have been capturing, no matter how many cameras you have. That's an awesome thing, very unique thing in the Microhome app. I've never seen that in any other app. And so we can directly click on something and then it's loading it directly from the cloud. You can see really nice also squirrel footage. Squirrel has been looking for some more food, but I've been adding that just couple of minutes ago, so it was empty in the morning. And usually the identification has been working really good. You can see definitely not a bird. Here nothing. Here a bird. Let's go back to the home. And here we have the messages only from this bird feeder, also from the cloud. So you can click here again, see this really nice footage, can make it even larger. Yeah, was there another peanut left? Maybe it has been able to grab one last peanut. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And by the way, from here we can click choose, we can select it, then we can delete, share, mark, download. Can also use the magic picks from here to improve the image. If we have added microSD card, we can check the footage here, select the word feeder. Of course, from the microSD card, the load time can be a little bit longer depending on the network speed, but here you can see also working really good, almost instant. Has been loading. Yeah, Squirrel has found another peanut here, successful. But of course we also had some birds here. So let's make this larger as well. So here we can see it a little bit more in detail. So I pause this here, you can see really a lot of details, nice colors. Of course when it's too close then the sharpness is not perfect, but here you can see, yeah, really nice. I mean, definitely a decent image or decent part of the video. Yeah, really interesting to see what the birds and the squirrels are doing. I've placed a couple of peanuts inside, which are a little bit difficult to grab for the peanuts, so it was quite some challenge. Yeah, especially here in this video, we can see a lot of details. Watch these nice feathers, all the details, really nice colors here. Everything nice and clear. And it has been capturing everything what has been going on. I think it didn't miss a lot and we didn't have any false alerts. That's also pretty nice. Now back to the live footage. I think we have some activity, also some bees here trying to get some food or some sugar water here. But the really good thing here is that everything is nicely close with some other bird feeders or especially hummingbird feeders. I had a lot of insects here, but it looks like with this feeder everything is nicely closed. So you can see the bee is definitely struggling to go inside. I mean, not only struggling, there's no way to get inside. Also not for the ants. With some other bird feeders I had a lot of ants. Here so far nothing to see except from the bee trying to get in and having no success here. Now let's see, I think we have some new guests here live. You can see live view, really nice as well, really fluent, no lags, no nothing, so I don't have to record, but of course I could click on the image and live record this event here, absolutely no problem. Recording directly then on the phone where I can share it from there. And then of course very important, the settings. So the battery is already on 70%. I think when I put it outside it was on around 50%. And so even though we didn't have a lot of sun, we had a strong thunderstorm just about 2 hours ago where it also proved that it's waterproof. And despite that, it has been charging already around 20%. Wi-Fi strength is strong, even though it's pretty far from the next Wi-Fi router. That's pretty good because I've been a little bit worried because it doesn't have an external antenna, but it looks it's no disadvantage. Keeps it even cleaner than with an external antenna. That's really nice. Then we have the motion detection. Of course, very important to turn it on when you want to have automatic notification and automatic recording. We have different sensitivities. We can choose different recording settings, duration. If it's recording too much, we can activate a cooldown, cloud duration, SD card cooldown or SD card duration. Duration, you can choose between 10 seconds and 3 minutes. There's no automatic mode here. With the SD card, same thing. You can put it in sleep if you like or activate a scheduling. Then the notification settings, very important to activate motion detection notification, otherwise you won't get notification on your smartphone or smartwatch. We have even merge push. Bird fans only works with the subscription, of course. Subscription only works for 1 month with a free 3-day rolling cloud. After that you can still work with the microSD card. We have an activity zone, probably also part of the subscription. Yes, Squirrel already here again. So we can activate some specific zones or deactivate some. For example, if you have some activity in the back here, for example, around the pool, which would trigger some false alerts, which I didn't have. I've been walking a couple of times during day and night, and usually it didn't give me an alert because it has found that I'm not an animal, so I could, for example, just observe here the core areas, saved or removed. Then we can work with classifications, for example, remove person, also remove vehicles. So with the subscription you have a huge choice here what you can activate or deactivate for notifications, even packages. And here you can see I got instant notification that was really online, live. And then the alarm settings, that would mean that it's emitting an alert. And I put it on active, even emitting a flashlight alarm. I've activated the sound. So let's wait for the next guest. If it's an animal, it would emit an alarm. But of course, you can also use it as a security camera. For example, if you just activate person detection, then we have the video settings, resolution, very important to choose 2K highest resolution. We can even rotate the image, anti-flicker, and a lot of other things. During the night, we have two possibilities, black and white or colorful with the assisted white light. But of course, that would also mean that animals would see that and maybe would then just disappear. We have also light sensitivity mode, so many things, SD card video, but you can also select that in the normal overview. Check your cloud subscription, SD card management, so you can see that the 32 gigabytes really last for very, very long time. Depending on the amount of birds and squirrels, can last for weeks or months. Indicator light settings, so you can turn this off so nobody can see the camera. Power settings, audio settings, and here option to share the whole bird feeder with other people. Installation guide, yes, super amazing. Now the squirrel already back again. So I think everything has been working really nice. I really love this bird feeder. Good footage, easy to use, decent speed. I never saw any lags or so, not while recording, not while using playback or so. And I really love this smaller size, much easier to install than large bird feeders. Definitely great plus. Wide angle view, which you can see here. Good colors, good sharpness, everything really good. So I would say full recommendation from my side. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this bird feeder, and just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.